She was the most innocent, sweet girl that you could ever meet. She brought light to my life. She was my motivation, and that was taken away from me from that day. When my daughter was brought to me, I just didn't know what to think. I broke down. I really did. It really hurts me. And my own child was just killed.
The man responsible for these crimes awaits his fate tonight. Thanks for watching 27 News at 10. I'm David George. We're continuing to follow the sentencing of Mickel Cherry. He's pled guilty now to the rape and murder of 5-year-old Zoey Felix in 2023 to be his deadliest year on record. And Zoey's dad is speaking for the first time since that horrific day when he found his daughter raped and killed. Video not allowed in court today, but we were able to share photos of the suspect for the first time since he was arrested, and prosecutors brought in several witnesses today revealing gruesome details about Zoey's body and how it was found. The nurse examiner saying it was the most extensive trauma she's ever seen, and the wounds were so bad that she says even a nurse had to leave because she couldn't continue working anymore after seeing how bad it was. We saw body cam video from that day where Cherry had his shirt off and officers arrived. They could see blood on his belly. He also admitted to lying about what happened to Zoey, eventually admitting that he raped and killed her after intense questioning. And some neighbors we've spoken with have questioned where the state was in all of this and whether they did enough to prevent this from happening. 27 News anchor Rebecca Chung asked Zoey's father for his thoughts.
You think there are some failures on the state side as well, how this was handled from law enforcement to the state. I know that this has also prompted some changes at the state level.
Me, honestly, the state does what it can. I mean, majority of the CPS calls what they have sent them, and everybody keeps saying the CPS or the structure failed. No, it didn't. They did their job. Majority of the time they came in, I wasn't even present, but the times that they were present, I made sure that there was light. She has food. They came in, they investigated it, and they seen there was nothing wrong. If they would have found something wrong, they would have taken her down right there and then.
Or is there anything that you wanted to clarify that you haven't seen out there yet?
No, honestly, there's really not. I mean, people can say whatever they want. They can say they were part of Zoey's life, or they did what they can, or they did the best they can for her. But in reality, I mean, nobody did anything. I struggled, yes, it was my fault, you know what I mean, about the camps and all that stuff. But I tried to do the best what I can for my daughter.
Tonight, the defense is seeking clemency, painting Cherry and Zoey Felix as products of a failed system, citing failures with DCF in both Texas and Kansas to get them the help they need. Shortly after Zoey Felix's death, the Kansas Department of Children and Families released its history with the 5-year-old, and the summary report shows her family declined state-offered services several times. According to DCF, the agency investigated Zoey's living situation a total of 9 times, and you can read that timeline at KSNT.com. And 27 News previously spoke with neighbors where the victim lived, and they told us the state was not doing enough. One told us that Felix would come to her house often, asking for food and water. Neighbors told us also in the weeks leading up to her death there was no running water, and she would roam the streets unsupervised. They also told us that Felix's mother kicked her out of their home, along with a teenage sister and father, and Zoey and her dad were living in a homeless camp when the child was raped and murdered. Prosecutors dismissed capital murder charges last year, so Cherry will not get the death penalty, but Zoey's father is hoping that he gets the maximum sentence. The hearing continues later this week, and we'll learn about Mickel Cherry's fate, so make sure to download the 27 News app where you can get the latest developments in this case and be the first to know when the court hands down that sentence.